I was on Monkey.app just sitting there asking people a bunch of questions, but I came across this one guy. This guy's a really good guy. He's chill as one of the nicest people I've actually ever met. And his face is going to be blurred because he did say yes when I asked him if he wanted me to blur his face. So I'm going to. There will also be a part of it where the video is going to cut and go on to the next person because we had a really private talk and he wanted it to be private. So enjoy.
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing
Oh,
good. And yourself? You the actual first person who's not flexing fucking money acting cool.
man, that's because I know I'm a fucking loser. I'm gonna be real with you.
Hey, you ain't the only one on that train, buddy.
Man, it's cool though. It's cool though because I live my life, they live theirs. I don't really give a shit. Don't affect
Okay,
me.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Well, first of all, I have a couple questions, but I have one. This is going to start off all the questions.
All right.
I have a disclaimer after I ask this question. How old are you?
20.
Good. Now, that disclaimer I was telling you about, I am currently recording. Would you like your face to be shown or not shown?
If you could obscure my face a little bit, that'd be
I
cool.
can blur it, so
All right, cool. Thank you.
I'm just trying to be respectful. I could just be an
Cool.
asshole and not
Yeah.
blur
I know a lot of
because
these people just press record and start going. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So,
because here's the thing: you guys are on a publicly accessible website. You are on the internet, and you are free to do whatever. It's like
exactly,
real life.
and just giving that little bit of warning is nice.
Yeah.
So thank you,
So
thank you on
okay,
that.
now this is gonna start my questions for you. What
Mm.
is the one thing you would tell your younger self not to do?
Oh fuck. All right. How young are we talking?
Just doesn't matter. That's up to you to decide.
All right. Well, I would say, uh, don't listen to the doctor. You're gonna go into psychosis. Um, Stop fucking with bitches. It just wait a minute. Just fucking wait. Just give it a minute. God damn. Second of all, I would say save money. Don't ever do drugs. And I would say try to do your fucking homework because I know I never worked well in like a usual uh like typical environment at school, right? Like I was always moving around when I was younger because I was getting kicked out a lot. Anyway, um, but like I know that if I like just took the work, brought it home, and actually tried to pay attention instead of just fucking off and doing stupid shit all day, I would have been fine. I would have been fine in school. But instead, I chose to do drugs. And now that I've been sober for about a year and a half, I will say, well, about a year. Yeah, about a year. Um, I would say clarity is something that comes very rarely in life. And when it's given to you, you better appreciate it.
That is valid.
Think about it.
Very valid. Now, what would you? Okay. Does Canada have gangs?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Okay,
oh yeah.
so if I'm gonna use this as like an example, if you have a friend in the gang and they wanted an out, would you help them get out of that life?
Now, I never made it to being anywhere close to being affiliated with any kind of people. This is why I kind of wanted you to obscure my face because um I figured a question like this might come up. I was kind of doing those kinds of activities around a younger age.
So was
So
I. You're not
you
the
know,
only one. So was
I
I.
was I was seeing things that no kid my age should have seen, and already like I had a history of like being like, I had a history of violence, so I just, after a certain amount of time, I just got sick of it. And I was tired of it. I didn't want to get into fights. I didn't want to fucking go knock that motherfucker's teeth in because he said this, and I didn't want to do it anymore. I got sick of it. I remember very specifically one moment. I'm not really gonna get specific with it because
No, you're good. You don't have to.
but it I mean, after it was dealt with, I was done. I was done.
I will say this. Okay, coming from me, yes, I am hiding my face, but I'm also it's a persona if that makes sense.
Right.
So I was in that same issue that you were in, right?
Mm.
But you know what? We all got out of it. You got out of it. I got out of it.
I sh- I should have been dead several times over,
But you aren't.
and that's why
That
I'm lucky.
yes, that is what matters. Is you aren't. You are still alive. You are still in the land of the living.
But to be fair, you know, anytime I'm working a job, especially like heavy labor jobs, I'll be sitting there. I remember very specifically, right? This one job, I only got paid like $650 for work that I should have been paid at least 1,000 for.
Sorry, I'm fixing my sleeve.
I was digging a 4 foot fucking trench around the side of this house for about 12 fucking meters. And the only thing I could think about in that exact moment is, fuck, I could just sell this and then do this and then do this and then do this. I could be making so much more money right now. But no, I'm out here doing this, getting fucking paid shit. But at the end of the day, what am I gonna do? I can't. I
At the end
can't.
of the
I
day,
can't.
though, you're safe. You're not being haunted by anybody.
Well, no, I would. I never really was, but
But you get the point.
yeah.
You're not in that life anymore.
No.
This kind of started hella off topic because it was if your friend was in one. So.
Mm. Anyways, I would because I know that I know that sometimes that outcome can be a little bit deadly, and there's not a lot of options.
So this might hurt you a little, and if it does, let me know. You don't have to answer, okay?
I'm not a
Well,
fucking.
no, well, it kind of hits a part of the gang still.
Right.
So if you saw a teenager, let's say 14 through 16, trying to get affiliated into one, what would you tell them?
I'm mind my own goddamn business.
Why?
Listen, if there's a kid that young willing to do some stupid shit, all right, look, is he in or is he
He's
looking?
he's looking. He's not in it.
I might reason, but if I can't, I ain't gonna try much harder than that.
But what would you tell them?
I don't really know.
Like, hey, you're getting into a dangerous life. I wouldn't do this.
Well, see, that's the part. They don't. At least I didn't care about that part. I didn't care if I woke up dead the next day. That's just how I lived. But you got to make them realize in other ways. With some people, you can't just directly say like, "Hey, this is dangerous," because no shit, of course it's dangerous. But you have to make an impact. You have to mentally get behind the walls and make them fucking listen. Because kids aren't going to listen. If you just sit there and say, hey, that's bad, they're not going to listen. No, they're not. And it doesn't matter if you have that 30-minute conversation, that 2-hour conversation. If they're set on doing something, they're going to fucking do it. Because kids are dumb, man. They're dumb as shit. I was dumb as shit.
None of us are perfect. I mean,
But at the same time, I was still smart enough to get myself around these things. And that's the dangerous part. Because getting myself into those situations was usually
the hard part.
no, it was way too fucking easy. See, again, I'm not going to get too specific here, but the things I was doing.
Don't incriminate yourself. Don't incriminate yourself. I'll say that.
Were not only bad for myself, but for my future as well. And I understand that getting out of those situations usually takes a lot more fucking effort than it does getting in.
So, okay, now you actually piqued my interest. How did you get out? If you don't mind telling.
I'll tell you, but you gotta press pause.
I can just blur all this shit or just cut it out. Because I have to go through and edit a 1 hour clip later.
All right, future editing man. Thank you. Cut this next part out. All right, just real quick. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? I have a question for you.
I fixed my hair.
Well, I have a question for you.
What?
I have a question for you.
What's up?
How old are you?
17. I turn 18 in the next 4 weeks.
Okay, well, since you're almost 18, what is the one thing you would tell your younger self not to do?
Don't smoke drugs.
Okay, what is the one thing you would tell yourself to do?
Focus on my high school during freshman year, all the way through senior year.
Yeah, I feel that part.
It was all shit. All grades were shitty. Now I had to do all this extra shit.
I had more, but I had a long talk with somebody that took an entire hour, so I kind of forgot half the question. Oh, what is one thing you are thankful for?
God and my family
That's good.
and
Anything
my
else?
friends.
Well, obviously, you can't forget the friends, but anything else?
Just being here, I guess.
Alright, well, I hope you have a good
I feel
day.
like that's the
Oh, sorry.
most thankful thing you could really ever have is just being alive.
Because none of us are guaranteed another day.
Yeah.
I get it, don't worry.
And I told my friend about that too. Like, don't say you're gonna kill yourself because you seen God gonna let you die. God not gonna let you die. You're almost 19. God is not gonna let you die. Say if I just stabbed myself right now, and I almost come at fault of dying. I won't die because God is always on my side.
Yes, but it also depends on where you stab yourself.
Yeah.
Well, last question. Would you like your face blurred or not?
No, I don't mind it.
Okay. I'm trying to be respectful and like all these other people that go on here and just do it. I mean, it's their right. They can because you're on a website that's publicly accessible. So,
Yeah,
but I'm just trying to be respectful. You know what I mean?
that's fine. It's always good to ask.
Um, hmm. Is there anything? Oh, I remembered one of them. So, have you ever known somebody that was in a gang or in that life, the street life?
Yeah,
If they
and he's
came,
still in.
if he came to you asking for a way out, would you help him?
Yes,
Why, if you don't mind me asking?
because there's change in some people. If they think they can make a change and ask for help, somebody's always going to be there, no
Indeed.
matter what. And they're going to have somebody that's going to want them to do better in life and not like do all this shit and get killed for it. There's so many kids. I've seen a video of like the when they're in the courthouse and this kid and this dad and shit, and he says like the judge says, "How many kids do run away from the street gangs?
Not many.
Have you seen?"
Yeah, I've seen it, but not many kids run away from it
Yeah, not many kids run away from the street gangs.
because they think it's
Got friends-
impossible to get out of it.
Yeah, because it's hard to get out of the street gangs. I'm not even in street gangs, and I'm ganged with my friend. That's just between me and him. I don't. Yeah, I own guns, but it's for protection.
Not
I'm
for
not
the other
using it all
purpose.
for that, all that shit.
Okay.
Like all that kind of stuff, I can't do that unless a person's gonna threaten me and try and kill me. That's the only time I will actually use a weapon because that can save my life.
Mhm. Okay.
I don't want to use a gun for murder.
It's not
And,
worth it.
I,
It's
and
not worth the
and it's
sentence.
always good too. Like there's always good in people too. Like I wish my friend would ask me for a way out. Like it would be so easier for him. He wouldn't have to deal with getting jumped no more. He wouldn't have to deal with trying to get shot at. That
So,
would help so.
why do you think he's scared to come out? If you're okay disclosing that.
Uh, I feel like some kids are just scared of like not asking for help for this kind of stuff because it's hard to get out, and you don't even know if any people are gonna hate you for trying to leave. You don't know if that game might kill them. That's the most reason why some of these younger kids that are in gangs are like scared to go out of it because they might die.
Because they have no escape route.
Yeah, they have no choice. They would have to stay in, or unless they accept him leaving, that's pretty much it.
So, how old is your friend? Is he over the age of 18 or younger?
Same age as me.
Oh, okay. So, one thing I will say,
And there's so many like big people that are like the like biggest street gang like members,
yeah,
and they're not even
they're not getting their hands dirty.
they're not getting their hands dirty anymore because they're out of that stuff. They decided to say, "Fuck it, I'm going to go to jail, take my time, or do my time, and that's it. Live my life happily."
Oh, you
How many
also,
old like how many older people, famous like gang members, they got out of that, and that's surprising.
but you also want to know how they got out of
Like
that?
like leaders get out of the gangs, even though it was his gang.
See, you want to know how they got out of it, though. especially
they
the
made it.
famous people.
They decide, they decide to do their time.
Not just that, but if you do your time, you're still gang affiliated.
Yeah,
There's only a couple
the
ways
crime.
of getting yourself out.
That's the only reason why these big gang members that were leaders and stuff decide to do their time because they can get out that way.
Not really.
Because they
While
were
you're in
billion,
jail, here's
like,
the thing. While you are in jail, you are still a gang member.
yeah, you're still a gang member, but you were you're a former gang member.
Mm-mm. No, you're still a gang member, even in jail. You get out,
True.
you're still a gang member. There is only a couple ways of doing it. That's either taking your jump out, because some gangs they jump you out and they jump you in, or you pay like debts if you collected debts with that gang. You pay those debts. And some of these big like YouTubers and music producers and music artists that are were gang affiliated and aren't anymore. They serve their time, but they also have the money.
Yeah,
So they buy
like
security.
I feel like X never did security as much, but think about it. All them like gang affiliated stuff they say he was in and all that shit is not true. None of the stuff he has did they said he didn't do. Did you
Doesn't
ever know
matter.
that?
Doesn't matter.
No, there's like so many like stories on like X where they said he hit one of his girlfriends and abused her, and there's a story about it where she lied. He didn't actually hit her. She bruised herself on purpose with a hammer.
So here's the issue. It's a bunch of one-sided stories that people believe. Yes, it sucks. It really truly does. But we have to
Yeah,
learn to live with
some
it.
of the stuff they tell you online is not really true.
You have to actually see their charges to know it's true, which
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest,
you would have
some are public
to
records
or
actually.
or see video proof of it.
But at the same time, you can still fake video proof.
Yeah,
You can't fake a legal documentation stating this person got arrested for this. You can, but it is a lot harder because you can't fake a signature.
yeah.
Also, where'd you get your chair from?
Amazon.
Nice, I like it. You meant to give me
I
one of
think
those. How much was it?
130.
130. Nice, man. Well, I hope you. Is there anything else you would like to say?
No,
Also, one last question, real quick. If you saw
what's
a
up?
kid trying to get into a gang, they're not in it yet, they're not affiliated, would you stop the kid or
Yes,
try to?
try and stop the kid from going into it.
What would you tell him?
Um, the truth about it.
How it's a dangerous lifestyle?
Say he was like 10, maybe 15, maybe like 12, and he tried to go into it. He would get scared of what I would have told him. I would have told him like, you're gonna die because of this. If you go into it, you might get yourself killed. They're gonna have you shoot guns, kill people. Do you want to live that life, or do you want to live a good life?
Yeah.
Then he's so scared out of his mind, he gonna change his mind.
Some people might not, but can't force them to.
Some kids might not, but some kids that like those ages get really scared of what people actually tell them the truth about.
I hope you
I
have an
almost
amazing
got
rest of
that
your day.
stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. What were you
I
saying?
almost got that stuff, and my mom told me like, "Do you want to live that life?" I said, "No." I changed my mind real quick. I was 16 when this first happened. When I was trying to sell dope and stuff, I said, "Nah." I gotta do something else. I gotta.
What's up?
Chilling. What about you?
Same twin, same.
Nice. I have a question for you.
Okay.
How old are you?
I am Sam Twain. Let me stop with
17?
the accent. Yeah.
Okay, when do you turn 18? This year or next year?
This year.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you know now. I'm currently recording. So you don't have to show your face if you don't want to, and I can also blur it out where your head is if
Oh,
you'd
it's
also
okay. I
like.
want to be in the video. Right.
So I'm also not
You-
famous, but I'm trying to grow. I can tell you that
Okay, me
much.
too, twin. I got 69 subs.
You have more than me. I have like 37, 38.
Okay, well let me subscribe. Let me subscribe to the channel.
So it's this name that's up here, YXUKIA.
Okay, I'm a screenshot. I'm a
Yeah,
sub.
go for it. It's that name that's right there.
Period. Real
So,
T. See.
are you down to answer some quick questions?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the one thing you would tell your younger self not to do?
Oh. Um. Don't trust people.
What
Wait.
is what is the, what is the
I
one thing
guess.
you would tell your younger self to do?
Um. Be adventurous. Like, go explore.
What
Because I
is
never did.
what are some things you're thankful for?
My family, my friends, and everything that I got.
Yeah, I feel that. That's all you can be thankful for, and to live another day.
Literally, that part.
Okay, now these two next ones, they're a little bit about gangs. Are you okay with that?
Oh, that's okay.
So, do you have a friend that's in the street life or in a gang?
Oh, no. We are very much not ghetto. No shit to my people.
Okay, well, I was saying friends. Do you have like a friend that's in it?
No.
Okay, well, if you had some random gang member asking for a way out, would you help them?
Oh, oh. See, my life's on the line if I don't. So I don't want to because then I might go to jail, but I also don't want to die.
See,
So
if you
I'm going to
don't
say
help,
yeah.
here's the thing: if you don't help them, why would you go to jail?
I mean, like, if I don't help them, they might kill me. Like, that's.
But they're asking for a way out. Do you really think they're going to kill somebody for refusing it?
Oh, well, not really, but you never know these people nowadays.
Okay, so if you saw, let's say, a kid at the age of 12 to 16, or a group of them,
Right.
would you try stopping them before they got into that life?
Oh, yeah, because you're too young for that. I need to help you.
What would you
Uh-uh.
tell them?
Oh, I tell them this is not the way to live your life. If you want to live in jail for like half of your life, then I suggest you to like stop right now. That made no sense, but yeah,
It made sense.
basically. Oh, that's all that matters, guys. On it off.
Is there anything else you would like to tell people?
Um, like tell people in gangs or
In general, everybody.
oh, live your life and don't trust these people because they fake and they mad weird. Like, be so for real.
Well, if you guys enjoyed that video, I would appreciate if you guys would drop a like and maybe subscribe. That's completely up to you guys. So, I would also like to point this out to the guy in the first clip. Much love to him. He's a great dude. I would like to say I'm friends with him, but I don't know. And to everyone else, they're all great people that I shown in the clip. They're all people that actually answered my questions. There were some that answered that didn't make the video, and I'm sorry to them. I am going to do more content about Monkey eventually as well, so Stay tuned for that. If you guys would like to see this raw and uncut, go to my Twitch. And my Twitch is also YXUKIA. Hope to see you guys there.